You are now live on YouTube and Facebook. Chairman, you have the floor.
Very well. The meeting is called to order. Director Bureau, could you please call the roll?
Thank you, Chairman Johnson, and good afternoon, Commissioner.
Good afternoon.
Chairman Johnson,
Here.
Commissioner Sacks,
Here.
Commissioner Maldonado,
Here.
Commissioner Whitley,
Here.
Commissioner Ellis,
Here.
Commissioner Steele,
Here.
Chairman Johnson, we have a quorum.
Very well. Thank you very much. Before we go into public speaking, I'd like to acknowledge special guests. We have Vice Mayor Alderman Burnett is here. You all just please recognize him. Thank you for joining us. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, public comments period will be held. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. Please proceed with the public comment period.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for joining us today to share your comments with the PBC Board. In compliance with the Open Meetings Act, public participation provides an opportunity for residents to share their comments with our Board of Commissioners. Although this is not a question and answer session, staff are happy to follow up with you after the meeting. As a reminder, public participants must register 2 hours in advance of the meeting and are allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. As stated in the PBC's resolution adopted by the board, all public comments must be limited to issues of concern before the board or its committees. Remarks of a personal nature directed to a member of the board, employees of the commission, or any other individual will not be permitted. Although we welcome public participation and public comment at our meetings, conduct or behavior that is not respectful or in violation of our anti-harassment policy will not be tolerated. Thank you again for joining us today. Mary Pat.
Thank you. Our first registered speaker, Jackson.
Hello, Mayor Johnson.
Good afternoon.
All right. So the city has almost $1 billion deficit for being overdrawn. Almost $1 billion. Now, we kept asking you to stop with this illegal immigration. And now this is where it's landed. With the city being overdrawn. If that weren't enough, I found out this morning that 4 IGA Black women have lost their jobs. Now, we all know more than likely they're going to be replaced by Hispanics. The fact that the city is being destroyed like this, I just don't understand. I really don't understand. And we kept asking you to stop. But you wouldn't. And now look at the city. We have absolutely nothing positive to show for all the money that has gone towards this. $16.4 billion budget, of which a measly $500,000 was earmarked for a study for reparations. And in the meantime, our communities are going further and further down. Now, I don't know what you're gonna do. And all I can tell the other Black people in here, you better hold on to your jobs as much as you can, because he's taking jobs from Black people and giving them to Hispanics.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Our next speaker is Ms. Doris Lewis.
All I can say to you is that you are disgraced. I'm an 80-year-old woman, and I've never seen anything like this. I grew up in the Jim Crow South, and the policies that you're passing in this city remind me of that Jim Crow South. I had to drink out of a colored water fountain, where the whites would drink out of a white water fountain. But you know what I didn't have to worry about? Going back to my community and it was school. And everybody else is in my community but Black people. And this is what you've done with this immigration. You have allowed all these people, you brought all these people into the city. You are destroying the city. And the Black community is flooded with all of these immigrants, violent ones, prostitution, gangs. You did that. You are doing this to your people. You are an absolute disgrace to me. Like I said, I drank out of that colored water fountain, but I could go back to that black community that was intact. Women are crying, taxes are going up. What am I gonna do with my children? Where are we going to go and live? This is because of you, Brandon Johnson. You're destroying the south side of Chicago with your policy. All under the Democratic Party. You are a disgrace.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Our next speaker is Ms. Zoe Lake.
Illegal internet domain ring, that's happening all over the state of Illinois. I went to Harvard yesterday, they trying to enter domain people. It says between the city of Harvey and the water reclamation people, which at the end of the day, I gotta hear the whole side, hear all sides, cause I know Commissioner Steele, that can't be true, because I really do rock with you, but I did go out there and, that's going on there. 4 black women, for intergovernmental affairs were fired yesterday. And that's concerning, and it's scary, because you have Carlos Rosa Rodriguez and, Rosa Rodriguez running the city hall. It's a Hispanic KKK that's running the city hall. And I don't know what type of batteries are in your back, but they need to be black owned. You're not doing nothing for the black community. I was at the Waymakers event Friday, and I heard you speak, and you talking about something, you Michael Jordan of the mayors. How? You selling the whole south side and west side out. If you're from Austin, like you say, your first concern should be these black boys. Your first concern should be these black children. The public schools are terrible. You've got Douglas that has what, 115 high school students in there? You've got Hirsch that has 35 students in there. You've got South Shore that's halfway empty. And you got CTU, you got Stacey Gates out here running a criminal organization. You've got the vice mayor who has drug houses. And you over here have people clapping for him. He sold out Cabrini Green. This is the vice mayor. If you get out, that's what we have to answer to. I'm trying to get the Justice Department here. It's about to be the Justice Department, this IRS criminal division, is going to have the biggest audit in
Thank you,
American
Ms.
history.
Lake.
In American history.
Our
In
next speaker is
American
Mr.
history.
James McCoy.
In American history. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy.
I paid very close attention when you were running for mayor. And when you were running for mayor, you were talking about how you and your family live on the west side and how there was a bullet hole in your window and you had to replace a window. And you're saying this as if you understand and you can relate to the struggles of Black people who live on the west side and on the south side. You said that you disagreed with how Lori Lightfoot was handling the immigration crisis. That is what you said. Yet when you got in office, you have done nothing to mitigate the issue at all. You have done nothing to reverse the damage that she's done whatsoever. And I understand that this is some type of party thing and you get instructions and everything. This is looking terrible for the entire Democratic Party. Everybody is looking and reflecting on the Democratic Party. And this is really the last chance for the Democratic Party to do anything right. Johnson, you made promises to people. You told people that you understood the struggle of the West Side. You understood the struggle of the Black man. You understood that. Yet when you got here, it took you over a year and some change to put what, $500,000 into a study for reparations. And yet you're going backwards. You're bending over backwards. You're cutting out other funds for the COVID relief and all of this stuff for immigrants that you don't know of, criminals who are coming over here. This is not a conspiracy. This has been confirmed. They're coming over here, breaking into stores, breaking into houses. They're coming over here and doing anything they want to do. No type of punishment. They're in and out of jail. Unlike the Black boys that you said that you couldn't relate to, that you said that you sympathize with. The only sympathy we've seen since you've been in office is to illegal immigrants who are coming over here and they're terrorizing and plaguing the community. And this is the last straw for the Democratic Party.
Last strong.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. Our next speaker is Mr. George Blakemore.
black faces in high places. The ancestors of what, and it just didn't happen because of this thing. It's been going on here, it's the culture of corruption. America is racist. What? America is racist. And it just didn't happen under this mayor. It's a racist nation. They brought us over and enslaved us here. And on the plantation, you know what the master made starts with an E. It was there with Harold Washington. It's been here with Lincoln, with all these big head white presidents. It's been here. So I usually criticize the mayor. But look in the mirror, each one of you black people. You're part of the problem too. All of you and me, us and we. You deserve the government you get, and you get the government you deserve, all you Democrats. I wore this hat, say go red, was it's Trump a racist, it's Biden a racist, racism is in the core of America. In the core of America. So, you black people have fallen in love with the enemy. And I always use my nephew Mama as an example. She hated her hair. She liked her yellow behind and a keen nose, a standard of beauty. They rob us of who we are. We hate us. In us, we must learn to trust. We must get blacker than black. And we must be selfish people. Self-preservation is a first law of nature. The first law of you and do for you. All of us.
All right, thank you. That concludes our public speaking. Thank you to all our public speakers. So for consideration or approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held August 13th, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
There is, Mr. Chair.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Consideration approval of the appointment of Ray Gitteroff as the Executive Director of the Public Building Commission of Chicago. Is there a motion
There
to
is a
approve the
motion,
recommendation?
and with pleasure.
There's a motion to approve this recommendation. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any individuals that wish to speak to this recommendation? Well, it looks like this is going to be an emphatic, strong yes, I presume, but all those in favor of the recommendation to approve the new Executive Director of the Public Building Commission, City of Chicago, and Ray Gitteroff, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. Congratulations. We will turn the floor over to our newly appointed officially, Executive Director, Ray Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple of quick words. Mayor, commissioners, staff, these two guys, my son's over here.
You can introduce them.
Yeah, you're good.
You guys can stand up.
Guys.
All right, how about this?
You may be seated. I know your father. About the second part.
Yeah, I just wanted to
At
say,
least we know they listen to him still. They were not gonna move.
barely, I just wanted to say, thank you. I learned quickly the importance of public service and the profound positive impact that our work has on not just residents, but all their families as well. And when I was asked some time ago to join the PBC, these two guys were 6 and 4 years old, and now they're 30 and 28. And when my sister and I were their ages, things were a little bit different. Things were a little bit harder. Things were a little bit darker. And there weren't many that believed in us. We believed in each other. So thank you for believing in me. Won't let you down. We're not going to let you down. We're committed to be excellent on your behalf, and on the commissioner's behalf, and on my son's behalf. So thank you very much.
All right, very good. Congratulations. Now, if my boys who are 12 and 16 still want to be seen with me in public, then I know I've done my job. So, all right. So now there's a report of Administrative Operations Committee regarding the meeting held September 4th, 2024. Chair recognizes Committee Chairman Maldonado.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The AO Committee met on September 4th, 2024. The report is as follows. The Deputy Director of Procurement reported on one task order award for specialty consultant environmental renovation demolition services to a previously appointed firm. The report is under tab A58. The Deputy Director of Procurement reported on a bid opening for contract C-1612 for the C-Dot Union Square Line Area Improvement Project. The Executive Director will provide additional details during his report. The Deputy Director of Procurement reported on a recommendation to approve amendments for insurance brokerage services for property, casualty, and health benefits to Ameriflow Insurance Services, Inc., and for crime bonds and directors of and officers liability insurance to CS Insurance Strategies, Inc., doing business with Sinisher, a minority business enterprise firm. The amendment report is under your packet under tab A5B. The Executive Director reported on various outreach opportunities. The AO Committee accepts the recommendations and reports from the PPC representatives. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I move we accept the report.
Thank you. There's a motion to accept the report. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none or seeing no hands, hearing no discussion. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. This report has been accepted. Report of the Executive Director regarding the regular reports, development status, and other matters. Chair recognizes Executive Director Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A brief update regarding PBC's activities since our last board meeting. On August 30th, PBC, along with its partners at the Chicago Department of Transportation, Chicago Department of Planning, and the 35th Ward Aldermanic Office, hosted an initial community advisory group stakeholder meeting for the Logan Square Plaza project. This is an exciting project to provide multi-use open space for the community, and I will continue to provide updates on the project as we work with our partners on community engagement. On September 5th, PBC team members attended the City of Chicago Procurement Symposium at Malcolm X College. It was a perfect opportunity for us to support the city's efforts and connect with firms seeking to learn more about the procurement process and available opportunities. On September 6th, President Carrie Steele and her team hosted MWRD's 2024 Diverse Business Summit at Malcolm X College. We were thrilled to support this networking initiative focused on minority-owned, women-owned, veteran-owned, disabled-owned, and the LGBTQ-owned businesses. Our staff appreciated the opportunity to be part of this innovative day. A special thanks to you, President Steele. Thank you. On September 23rd, PBC, along with its partners at the Chicago Public Library, the Department of Fleet and Facility Management, and the 39th Ward Aldermanic Office, will host a community open house regarding the feasibility study for the Mayfair Branch Library project. The open house will be held at the existing Mayfair Branch Library located at 4400 West Lawrence Avenue. The open house will be an excellent opportunity to engage in exploring the feasibility study of the greater Lawrence Avenue corridor and seek input from the community regarding visioning for future services of the library. On September 26th, PBC will host its 4th Assist Agency Conference as part of a commitment to continue to strengthen partnerships with the assist agencies and proactively work on strategies to better assist small, minority, and women-owned businesses. The intent of the conference is to continue to keep an open dialogue regarding procurement opportunities, continued support for minority and women-owned businesses, and enhanced outreach efforts. Finally, at our last board meeting, Chairman Johnson, you asked that we share the results of the impact from our community hiring sessions and events. Our team is in the process of gathering information from all of those hiring sessions, and I look forward to providing a report to you and our commissioners at our next board meeting.
All right, thank you very much. Is there a motion to accept this report?
I would like to add, though, also that's the veterans group to when you speak about minorities and women-owned businesses.
Very well. So there is a motion to accept this report. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any other recommendations?
Not a recommendation, but a comment.
Sure.
Thank you again, Mayor, certainly to you, Ray, for the work being done at the Mayfair Branch Library, which is in the heart of Garfield Park and has been consistently overlooked. But certainly this attention given to this community hub is welcome on the west side of Chicago. So great movement there.
Thank you, Commissioner. And again, just to emphasize, you know, the level, the mechanism of accountability to make sure that we're doing right by the folks who are showing up to these job fairs. In fact, this is an area that I think all of our levels of government will be digging a little bit deeper around to ensure that these investments are leading to real job opportunities. And I think it's important to just lift up, you know, just something that happened a couple of weeks ago with BOA Construction. A West Sider, NOSA, the first Black prime construction company in the history of America, to be the prime contractor for an airport expansion, right? And so it's as well as then his subprimes are also Black and women and minority-owned subcontractors and veterans, right? That was the point. Is that there are a number of areas where these investments are happening, but it's incumbent upon all of us to ensure that it's the everyday rank and file person, the person who is going to the job, the 9 to 9 or the 6 to 4 shift, that we want to make sure that these efforts are yielding the results for the people who have been marginalized among. So this report has been moved to accept and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. This report is accepted. For the city of Chicago, consideration of approval to award a contract C-1612 for the Chicago Department of Transportation Lincoln Square Brown Line area improvements project located in the vicinity of West Leland Avenue, Northwestern Avenue, and North Lincoln Avenue. For this report, the recommendation will be brought to us by our Executive Director, Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On July 18th, in collaboration with our partners at the Chicago Department of Transportation, we invited all contractors to bid on the project. For reference, in your book under section B1, there's an aerial map outlining the project that consists of streetscape improvements in the area generally bounded by West Leland Avenue between Northwestern and North Lincoln Avenues along the Brown Line L tracks and extending to West Eastwood Avenue. The project also includes reconstruction of the plaza located at the southeast corner of Northwestern and West Leland Avenues and reconstruction of the existing public parking lot at the southwest corner of West Leland and North Lincoln Avenues, along with renovations under the CTA elevated tracks. The improvements include geometric changes to West Leland Avenue and a new traffic signal at Northwestern and West Leland Avenues. Other features include a protected bike lane, new lighting, resurfacing and pavement markings, curb and gutter replacement, landscaping improvements, drainage work, and new site furnishings. On July 25th, we hosted pre-bid and technical review meetings with a site visit conducted on July 29th. On August 22nd, we received two bids. Following review, we recommend award to FH Passion, SN Nielsen and Associates, Inc. in the amount of $8,447,005.67. We look forward to our continued partnership and collaboration with CDOT to successfully deliver this project. That concludes my report for item B1.
Very well, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the
There is,
recommendation?
Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to approve this recommendation. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. All those in any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. This motion is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn?
There is a motion.
There's a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. It is not up for discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, say nay. This means it's adjourned. Thank you.